Hi there YouTube. So, I'm back with another Thomas Minis review. Now, I actually didn't expect to be able to pick this set up in stores because as far as I know, or at least knew, this wasn't coming to Australia. But thankfully, it has come to Australia. It has started appearing in stores now. This is the Thomas Minis special, special edition, special pack. I don't know what you call it. But it's the Glow-in-the-Dark 5-pack of the Thomas & Friends Minis. This is a new item for 2016. It's something which I know has been out for some time in other parts of the world, but it's the first time I've ever seen it in a store. And I found this at Toys R Us in Australia, so that's really exciting. It's a really interesting set in that I don't think they've kind of done anything like this before, at least in Australia, where they've released a 5-pack like this. They've done as I reviewed at the start of the year, the 3-packs, and they also do some like 7-packs and stuff like that. But they don't do a 5-pack like this, particularly one where you get the entire series in one go. Like these are the only glow-in-the-dark minis that they've done, and they all come in the one box. So that's something I'm really, really excited about, and I think this is a really cool way to sell these minis. So I'm just quickly showing you all the packaging. Interesting to note there if you want to read about the glow-in-the-dark stuff, blah, 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 blah. Nice to see that we've got the engines on the back there, which ones we've got. Classic, they've ticked the box for you. What have we got here? Glow on the go, turn out the lights and send these glowing minis zooming along. Yeah, nothing particularly exciting. Yep, I picked this set up for $10 Australian, which is very, very good price. $2 per mini in Australia is a really good price to get these for. The standard retail price is $12. I just had a discount voucher, so I got a whole $2 off, everyone. Wow. But that's enough talking about the box. Let's get inside and check these out. So here these minis are right out of their packaging, and I can say that even without the glow-in-the-dark feature, which obviously isn't working because the lights are on at the moment, together these guys look like a really, really nice set. I think they've done a great job of mixing together some different colours and textures and designs in a way which when you display these 5 together, you really get a cool vibe from them. I'll talk about the actual choice of engines a little bit later. First of all, I just want to go through the individual locomotives one by one. So first here, we've got the glow-in-the-dark Thomas. Now, as you can see, this is a different take, I would say, on Thomas the Tank Engine, mainly because he does have that blue, but it's quite a faded blue. Now, the way these engines work is that the wheels glow in the dark, and then the actual body glows in the dark, and then the paint over the top, as you can see, the blue paint controls how that glows, if that makes sense. It'll make more sense when the lights are off. But what this means is that all these engines are, like, as you can see, this Thomas is kind of cast in this kind of grey plastic, the same kind of plastic as in the wheels, and then painted over in the blue, which as you can see is quite a pale blue. So it's a really interesting look for Thomas. He does kind of look a little bit washed out and a little bit faded, but I think that actually looks quite cool and it really, really works. Interesting also, they've got a black running board and also a black undercarriage as well. So yeah, this Thomas definitely looks like Thomas, but the colours are enough different. They're enough the same so you know it's Thomas, but they're enough different so that it's something special. And I think that's something which the minis don't always get right, but I think they've really got right with this one. So this is a really, really nice mini. Really happy with this Thomas. The next one is Percy. Now, Percy's a little bit more standard colours. He instead has kind of gone the other way. He's got a bright green body and wheels, which glow in the dark, and then a darker paint applied over the top to give you that more standard Percy look. Now, again, he's got a black undercarriage, but it's really, really nice. It's like quite a dark maroon, almost red running board, which I think looks really, really nice. Would look good on some like an Arthur or something. I don't know. I just really like that red color. It's really nice. And then yeah, the patterns on this are really cool. They've done a really good job in the printing on this one. Putting those star patterns, I think, is really cool. Definitely adds that kind of, you know, it's a classic glow-in-the-dark stars that you stick on your roof when you're a kid or when you're not a kid. It doesn't really worry me. Yeah, really, really nice. Really nice. These ones are also the made in Thailand minis, which is interesting. So I'm wondering if these are before they moved production to China. But yes, also very happy with this one. He looks really nice. The next one we've got is James, which is good. They went for an interesting accent color. I thought they might go for an orange, but instead they've gone for a yellow. So as we can see, again, he's got the yellow body with that red paint over the top. And it looks really, really cool. It reminds me a little bit of the Flash from the DC branding ones that they did. But otherwise, I think it's really nice. You can see the yellow is still, because it's glow in the dark, it's kind of not the brightest yellow. It's a bit of a milky yellow, and it just looks really nice. Again, got that excellent maroon running board there, which I think just really lifts these engines quite a lot. Yeah, I'm really, really liking this one. Again, a little bit awkward maybe from the back for James because he is, like, he's red, not yellow. But that's just standard for the minis, so no, it is what it is. Right, now the next one is Charlie. Charlie's an odd inclusion in this, I think, personally, although I understand maybe they just wanted to get a different colour in, because they've already got a blue glowing engine, they wanted to get a different colour, so they got it purple. Despite that weird choice, again, they did a really nice job. You can see here quite well from the front, the colour of purple they've used, also from the back. It's kind of this, again, kind of milky purple. On camera, it's coming out a bit more lavender than it actually is. It is a little bit more of a brighter pink than it looks like on camera. I don't know why my camera's doing that, but anyway. Yeah, so it is actually a bit brighter in real life than it does look like on camera, but it's still a really nice purple, and like you can see, this is a kind of bluey purple. Sorry for that interruption, everyone. I did try and get my camera to like the colours of this guy, but they're really not. So for some reason, I cannot work out why. On camera, this is showing up a lot lighter than it actually is. So this is a more of a pinky purple, and this is definitely a purple, even though it's coming up as a blue. That said, I think the version I'm seeing on camera looks really nice too, but it's just not what you actually get in the box. But yeah, no, this is a really nice mini. Again, the engine choice is a little bit bizarre, but in terms of what they've actually done with him, I think it's really, really nice, really, really cool to have. Last one, but certainly not least, is Paxton, who seems to be making a surging reappearance of late in both minis and other merchandise. Again, he's got that really kind of bright green. It's not... Oh, hang on. It's not exactly the same as Percy's green, but it's very, 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 very similar. Yeah, it's only a tiny little bit of difference, which is interesting because it means that we've got a blue, a green, a red, yellow, a pinky purple, and then another green, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure why they would do that when they could maybe have gone like some other color, although maybe that's just limitations of the glow-in-the-dark features. They didn't have enough colors they could do. But otherwise, yeah, really, really cool. I really like, again, the way they've painted this one up is quite nice. This is, again, coming out on camera for some reason. The paint is coming out a little bit grayer than it actually is. It is actually quite a bright paint on top. Yeah, he does look really, really nice. Excellent job on this one too, Mattel. I'm really impressed. So yeah, I think altogether and individually, these guys look really excellent when the lights are on. But what about when the lights are off? So, that's what I'm going to show you right now. Alright, so my camera wouldn't take any video of this, so I've had to do the rest of stills and a voiceover. This is the initial shot of all 5 lined up. Now, as you can see, they're not super duper bright. Part of that obviously is the camera, and the other part was just that I hadn't been able to charge them probably as much as they should have been. But what you can see is they do actually have a slightly different colours to them, which I think is really cool. For example, Thomas is that blue colour, whereas Paxton's that bright green. But it's going to be much easier to see when we look at them individually. So first, we'll take a look at Thomas. Alright, so looking at Thomas, you can see his wheels glow quite brightly, as do the kind of jagged lines that they printed into him. I think it looks really nice. Again, these are hard to show on video and camera just because they're A, really some 1B, because obviously it's really dark. But I can say that Thomas probably isn't the most exciting of all of them, but does look quite nice, especially once you get in close. As with all of these minis, the wheels glow really well, as you can see also on Percy, but the stars show up decently, and it also does look quite cool, so I'm pretty happy with how he turned out glow-in-the-dark as well. Because James has got that bright yellow kind of look, he actually is quite striking, I think. His wheels do glow quite brightly, and as you can see, those lightning bolts really show up when it's dark, even though his face, you can't see anything of it. So again, pretty cool. I think the way Paxton's done probably means he's probably one of the better glow-in-the-dark ones, mainly because you can see there's a strip left around his face, which really kind of illuminates where he is, and also he has quite a lot of line work that means that on net you actually get a lot of glowing, whereas the finer details, for example, on Thomas and Percy, do sometimes get a bit lost if you don't leave them out enough. So as you can see, Paxton kind of shows up quite nicely compared to the other ones, particularly in the facial region. Now again, it seems my camera just doesn't cope with Charlie because he honestly doesn't look that bright in real life. Like he's the same color as the other engines, that kind of greeny glow-in-the-dark color. For some reason, he just shows up white on camera. I have no idea why. However, you can see that Charlie, actually, I left him a little bit longer because he wasn't quite glowing as well as the others. And you can see that once you leave these in the sun or in the light source for a good, 20-30 seconds, they actually glow really, really well. So all of them have the capacity to glow like that. I think Charlie is especially good because you can see he's got those big exposed parts on his front as well as his wheels, which mean that he looks really, really cool when he light up. Yeah. So in this last shot, I put them all underneath the light again to try and get them to glow just a little bit more, and you can see again that, yeah, Charlie, I promise, is not that white colour. He's the same green colour as, like, Paxton is. But you get an idea of how much glow these guys actually give off, and it's actually pretty decent as long as you charge them for enough time. And I think that's probably, I'm sorry guys, the mistake I made with the earlier shots is I didn't quite charge the engines for as long as I thought I did, so they don't quite look as good as they otherwise would be. But yeah, that's enough for them glowing in the dark. It's clearly hard to show on camera. The long and short of it is they're pretty cool, even when there's no lights on. Alright, so you've seen these minis in the dark and you've seen them in the light. So, what do I think about this 5-pack of minis? I think this is one of the best sub-theme or themed minis of 2016. Absolutely no doubt about it. I think these guys look really, really cool, both if you never ever use that glow-in-the-dark feature, but obviously for kids and even, you know, for us collectors, they would look awesome. I cannot wait to give these guys a go on the motorized raceway when I can finally get my hands on that, hopefully in the near future, and get these guys glowing on there because they'll look excellent going up and down. Now, the glow-in-the-dark feature on these is a little bit variable. For example, I've had it seems to last quite a long time if you give them quite a lot of exposure to the light. I think the biggest issue in terms of length of glowing is that, as I noted earlier, it's not the paint which is the glowy part, it's actually the plastic underneath. So obviously, if you've got paint over the top, it takes quite a long time to make all of the core of the engine glow, which is why, as you'll see as you saw in the photos that I took, the wheels glow quite well, but the bodies don't always glow as well as they probably could because of the fact that, you know, these paint jobs are actually quite full on and they cover up most of that glow-in-the-dark portion of the engine. So my advice is to leave them out in a situation like this, as you can see, underneath a light for, you know, a solid, 15-20 minutes, and then you will get, quite a lot of glow. Having the packet sitting in my room for the last couple of days before I've done this review, when I've been doing my uni work at night time and I've gone to bed, I've noticed them glowing for up to half an hour, just sitting on my desk until, they kind of wear off. So with longer exposure, you will actually get quite a lot of glow time from these, which makes playing with them a lot more fun. But otherwise, yeah, I think they're awesome. I think they've got a really cool selection of engines and colours. Possibly a bit bizarre that they've done the Paxton and the Percy when they're both green. But that's so-so. So I really think this is an excellent set of minis. I think even for the standard price of $12 in Australian, they're worthy of picking up. But if you can get them on special or something, then definitely add them to your minis collection because I think they're really excellent. But hey, that's just me. Maybe I'm just seeing these with really wide eyes because they've been pretty disappointed by some of the stuff we've had from minis in 2016. So this to me is really exciting because it's brand new and it's really awesome. So let me know what you guys think. I don't know if you're a fan of these ones. Have you seen them before? Are you planning on picking them up? I don't know. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm really curious to see how you rate these minis. And as always, do those cool things you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and share your channel with your friends because, you know, glow-in-the-dark stuff's cool, right? Maybe. Okay, maybe not. And obviously, as always, thanks for watching, guys. That's what we've got time for. This is XtremeTrainz.